All right, welcome. My name's Josh Darville, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how I went from being pretty much broke, not really having much of a net worth at all, to being a multi-millionaire, and I did it through the power of real estate. And in that process, I've had a lot of bumps along the road, and I would like to share with you some of the things I've learned because I'm not the smartest guy around. I have had lots of setbacks. I've had opportunities turn into life lessons that have cost me thousands of dollars. So let's just dive into it. My name is Josh. I am a real estate investor full time. It is 2023. October is tomorrow. And as of right now, we own, I say we, my wife and I, own about 30 pieces of rental, of real estate that have rental income. We say 30 doors, right? It hasn't been an easy journey. And like I said, I've lost thousands of dollars. So which guru is the right guru for you? I'm going to tell you that there are some things that I've learned throughout life that are going to help you out. So number one, if you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, highly recommend read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The next book, Cash Flow Quadrant, right there, Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, really good for understanding what we're trying to do here. And what we're trying to do here is get from having to work for every dollar we earn to being able to actually make money. I heard it said that, I think it was Rockefeller, he said, if you work all day, you don't have any time to actually think about making money. Let that sink in for a second. If we're working for money, we're not making money. There's no leverage, there's no ability to actually make something that is more valuable. What is money? It's a value, right? So if we are constantly working to earn money, we aren't actually making money. So I thought that was interesting. The other thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to create cash flow where we work for money one time and it starts to pay us in dividends long thereafter. But how do we get started with that? Where do I begin, right? So if you want to make money and you're thinking to yourself, how do I begin? This is the video for you. I'm going to walk you through my steps that I've had to go through and some of the life lessons. So first off, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, read those books, understand that you're looking for opportunities. Okay, opportunity is the key word to life. You need to find more opportunities. The next one I would read is called So Good They Can't Ignore You. Now, I'm going to give you a life hack here. This is very important. If you type in those book titles and video book summary on YouTube, you can actually, like Neo in The Matrix, who turned to Morpheus and said, I know Kung Fu, you can download this information into your brain, the concepts into your brain very, very quickly. You do not have to spend hours and hours reading every single page. That can take a lot of time. The other thing that you can do is listen to the audiobooks. What has been discovered is that if you actually listen to the audiobook while reading a physical book, you will retain more information. So I want you to retain the information, but also I want to help you jump ahead so you get it conceptually so you can start moving forward. Number two, need to absolutely cut out all the negative stuff that you're putting into your brain. And focus, okay? Focus or lack thereof is the leading indicator of why people aren't as successful as they want to be. And that's my biggest problem as well, is lack of focus. Lack of focus will hinder you from achieving your goals. And, oh, wait a second, hold on. I gotta answer this. Oh, that's funny. This thing can be a powerful tool. This phone in my hand can be a powerful tool, or it can be your undoing. So start to delete apps that are just taking you away from your goals and focus. Don't do the TikToks, the Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all these things. I would set a time and say, I'm going to fast from the digital media for a week. 2 weeks, a month, and just be done with it and focus on what can I learn. Eventually, we're going to have to flip the script and you will become a creator. But for right now, I need you to be a learner, a consumer of knowledge, a consumer of only the things that we want to focus on right now. And right now, the greatest indicator of whether or not you're going to be wealthy and generationally wealthy, being able to leave a legacy for your children's children, is going to be whether or not you have learned how to master the game of real estate. 90% of all wealthy people in America made a majority of their living through real estate. Here's a scary thought, though. Companies like BlackRock and Vanguard that actually own over 51% of 90% of all the Fortune 500 companies in America are now gobbling up all these single family homes. They're buying real estate like crazy. You got people like Bill Gates and other people like Oprah and The Rock who are out there gobbling up real estate. Why? Because owning real estate was something that only kings could do. It wasn't until America happened that you had us normal folks and we sovereigns of America actually own real estate. Even the tax code, I can get into all that stuff, but we'll stick with, let's play the game. And right now the game is, how do I generate cash flow in order to be able to live the lifestyle I want? Okay. And I'll tell you right now, it's not going to happen overnight. Just the same way that I can't show up to the gym one time and become a bodybuilder. I have to be consistent with it. So let's get consistent. Let's get consistent. Life lesson I learned. Another huge thing that I need to do. One of the greatest hindrances from me achieving levels far beyond where I'm at right now is that I haven't been tracking everything I do. There's a guy, Alex Hormozy, and he was talking to, I forget the guy's name. It'll come to me. He was talking to another guy on some podcast, and he said, how do you decide who your friends are? And he goes, WTRs, welfare trade-off ratios. And he would even track his friends and make sure that, am I giving enough value to my friends? Am I spending enough time with them? When they call me, do I call them back? And he would track that stuff. And he started getting really into tracking things. So the other thing you want to track is, what are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you spending your time on? You know, there are a lot of things that you should start tracking, and then you can start to add into those things. So once you track what you're doing every day, then it's easier for you to add in and subtract out different things. Make sense? All right, I'm glad you guys are tracking. All right, let's get back to real estate. So 3 ways to make money in real estate: wholesaling, fix and flip, buy and hold. Wholesale, fix and flip, buy and hold. What is wholesaling? Wholesaling is creation of a contract that actually has value. So if I said the property is worth $100,000 and I got it under a contract for $50,000, then let's say it takes, you know, $20,000 to make that property worth 100. It does take some work. The person who would have bought that property could make $30,000 on it. Well, if I said, give me 5, you're still gonna make 25. That's probably still a pretty good deal. That's what you're doing with wholesaling. You're trying to help an investor who wants to fix and repair the place and has capital and opportunity to actually buy it. Now, some wholesalers are, there's an old saying, you can skin a sheep only once, but you can shear them many times. I think I said that backwards. You can shear a sheep many times, but skin them only once. So if you are going to be in this business, you should be looking at everyone as long-term relationships. So some wholesalers go out there and they put people into harm's way because they squeeze every ounce of money out of an investment and leave barely anything there. Whenever we say there's no meat on the bones, that's because it's a way of saying that there's not enough money left there to make a profit. So let's again do the math. If you got a property under contract for let's say $60,000, and it's going to cost $30,000 to renovate, and you sell that contract to somebody for 10, then they sell it for $100,000. That means that there's no profit left for the person that just did all this work to renovate the property. So some people get into it and they don't understand that. They don't know the numbers as good as you. Let's talk about knowing your numbers and knowing the area with which you wish to invest. It's really important. So that's number one way of making money. We call that fast money. So let's talk about, again, wholesaling, fix and flip, buy and hold. Wholesaling is fast money. Fix and flip is your medium speed money, and your buy and hold is your long-term money. Let's go to number two, buy, fix and flip. Fix and flip means that you're going to buy a property, you're going to put money into it, you're going to put capital into it, you're going to do something to improve the value, and then you're going to go ahead and sell it. So in order to buy and close, typically takes 21 days to get title insurance. So from the contract to close is at least 21 days. And then if you do contract to close again, it's another 21 days. So you're at about 42 days, just minimum contract to close from contract to close. Once you buy it, once you've got a contract and you buy it, once you got a contract and you sell it. And there's the in-between time, there's this gap there. So what's in the middle of that? What's in the middle of that might be going through the process of development, rezoning, or just removing trash, cleaning the place up, getting a different tenant base inside of that real piece of real estate. That can take time, might take a few months, right? So that's your medium speed money. And then your buy and hold. Here's the essence of buy and hold. I bought an apartment, and I rented it out for 30 years, and after 30 years, my mortgage was paid off. And then I have 100% cash flow, not just the difference between what my mortgage is and what I'm renting it for. So that's slow money. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do slow money as well, by refinancing every 10 years or doing a lot of different things. There's other strategies. So anyway, so that's some of the stuff we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about different books, but I'm going to encourage you guys right now. We're pushing about what, 12 minutes, 13 minutes on this video. I'm going to encourage you guys to come back, like and subscribe this video. Come back. I'm going to be posting more content every day. And I actually will be inviting people onto our Zoom meetings so you can ask questions. And if you need help with something, I will be here to help you. My email is josh@sellmultifam.com, josh@SELL multifam, multifam.com. Our website, sellmultifam.com, is up and running, but we're going to be revamping everything. And right now, I just need to start getting some of that content out there, and building out the framework for how we want to be able to engage people and help them, because that's really the goal, is to help not let America turn into this place where people own nothing and are happy. I don't understand that. I don't think that that's a reality. I think that you should own your own home. I think that you should own assets. And so if you are like me and you want to have more control over your future, have enough cash flow to be able to do the things you want to do in life and provide for your family, then this is the place for you. Thanks, guys.